Welcome to the IME Community Podcast, where self-love is your superpower to achieve your weight and life goals and make your mark in the world. Your host is Dr. Carla, activist, MD. If you're a teen who's looking to revolutionize your health and can't wait to follow your dreams, welcome to the IME community.
Week 5 of the Reverse Your Insulin Resistance Challenge, and it's I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Don't turn it off, okay? I'm a decent singer, and I don't think I'm awesome, okay? Just because I want to be a record producer. That's my dream job, okay? I want to be Jimmy Iovine. He's so cool. If you know who that is. Anyway, that ain't gonna happen for me, but I get to coach teens, which is way better in life and more meaningful, impactful. All right, so we are week 5, I can't believe it, of the Reverse Your Insulin Resistance Challenge. There's no way to officially join or register, so just follow on TikTok. I do daily videos. I've done 63 so far. I'm so proud. That's the measure of success. If I'm showing up and connecting and I'm showing up and teaching everybody what's going to reverse this in our society and help people improve their health and reach their natural weight set point. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I'm giving you all that I had to get healthy in 12 weeks to create a healthy habit stick, okay? It's for teens, it's for parents, it's for everyone at any age, okay? You're going to benefit. So this week is I got a feeling, and I'm going to give you permission to feel all of your human emotions. Wow, how gracious of me. Well, actually, I'm going to teach you to give yourself permission to allow all of your human emotions, okay? Last week was week 4. We did All Movement Counts Fitness. On Sunday, I helped you write an exercise prescription with 5 components: FITTE, frequency, intensity, type, time, and enjoyment. Which, as one of the teens I coach, he's like, enjoyment? I suffer through every miserable moment of exercise. And then I was like, whoa, wait a second. Because I know this kid's pretty tough, and he's done a lot of stuff this summer. I'm like, can you give yourself credit? I'm super proud of you. I mean, I think it's amazing. I'm so inspired by all your activity. I guarantee you that you have moved to a point of it being really hard at the beginning of the summer to what you're doing now as you wrapped up all your activity you were doing this summer with this camp. I bet you have really made a lot of improvement. You have a lot of evidence that you've made improvements in your fitness. I guarantee you it became easier over the summer compared to when you started. And he was like, well, that's true. And I'm like, I'm super inspired by that. I think you're amazing. So he's like, well, thank you. Okay. And then I said, don't be braggadocious. And he said, what? I've never heard that word. That's a hilarious word. I'm like, you are welcome. All right. So social media friend drama causes teen to buffer emotions with food. That could be any of us, okay? If I'm going to write an IME community news headline, that's going to be it. And what we learn, if you want to join the member community, is I help teens and their parents too, because I coach the parents one Saturday a month, which is awesome. Shout out to all the amazing parents out there who are helping to support their teens' health independence, and they want a new way forward for their teens so they're not stuck in this cycle in this country of weight gain and poor health, and they want something different for their teen. And obviously diet culture, which is zero fun, okay? They want their teens to follow their dreams and be their amazing selves and have their healthy lives because they're worthy of it and they deserve it. Okay, awesome, shout out. So if you join, though, as a teen, then I teach you the skills to allow all of your human emotions instead of having to buffer with food, because we're going to have drama come up. We can't control all the drama, right? of our lives. So if you're a teen experiencing social media drama, friend drama, or if you're an adult, we're going to experience all day long every kind of drama, right? And especially now with COVID, and I hope everybody is, if you can get the vaccine, I hope you're getting it. I hope you're doing well. I'm thinking of all of us. I know especially, teachers, I know healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, everyone in healthcare, all the essential workers, everybody's getting very exhausted. And I know we all are. And so work with your doctor. If you can get the vaccine, please get it. And let's follow the guidelines so we can get through this. If you need to wear a mask, please wear a mask. And let's protect and help our teachers too, and our students, and be there for our children. And I know that this is an aside, but COVID hospitalizations for children are at a peak now, and children do get very sick from COVID, and they have, even if they get through the illness, there are children and teens who are having long hauler effects from COVID. So it's going to be really important that we protect our children. And I can tell you, like, as a pediatrician for a long time, in our country, we have not always put children first, and we just think children are resilient, they're going to be fine, they don't get that sick from it. And that's how it is with everything. That's why we have the childhood obesity epidemic in this country, to be honest. Like, I saw that there's no stopgap measures for children. Why didn't we listen? And then, anyway, I'm not going to go off on that any more than I already have, because I've already gone off on it. So anyway, my heart is with everyone. Please take it seriously. Let's protect children. Let's help everyone as they're going back to school to do what's best and stand up and advocate. Okay, so social media friend drama causes teen to buffer emotions with food. So here's a conversation I had coaching one of my teens. So here's me. How did you feel when she blocked you on Instagram? The teen, I don't know. Me, can you describe it? Where is it in your body? What color is it? No, I don't really know. I just felt upset, I guess. Upset. Why did you feel upset? Because I have no idea why she blocked me. Because she blocked me. I didn't do anything. I have no idea. I don't know why she blocked me. I can't think of any reason why she blocked me. That's why I was upset. What do you do when you feel upset? I eat. Like, I was doing so awesome before with me eating, but then when she blocked me, I ended up having the same urges and cravings for food, and then I was just mindlessly eating, and now I just feel so defeated, and I ate so much, and I just felt so out of control again with my food. And I was doing so great. So what we did was, of course, you allow the feeling of upset. And she wasn't ready to describe it in any more detail than that. Thoughts create our feelings. So the thought of, I don't know why she blocked me, was creating the feeling of upset. And then there were other feelings of kind of powerlessness, of confusion, of, hurt, shame. Is there something wrong with me? Why did this happen? Feeling out of control. So anyway, there's a lot underneath there. But, what we did was we taught, and I taught her, and we worked through the skill to allow emotions and be upset and sit with upset and, get more descriptive with it. And there's nothing going wrong when you're upset. That's a human emotion that you're going to feel to a sucky situation. Okay? Nobody wants that, but the reality is that it happened, and we can't control other people like we think we could do. But the good news is, powerless over others means powerless over you. So keep that in mind. That's good news. So instead of numbing out with food, we teach the skill to allow emotions. This is what I'm going to teach you all this week in the challenge. And you learn the skill to show up as a friend to yourself first, who is never going to block you or block allowing any of your human emotions, okay? You can always have your own back. You can be kind to yourself no matter what. And so those are the things that we learn, and it's a skill, and it's only showing up with daily intentional practice to do that. And then also you can decide, what you're going to make things mean and stop the self-judging so that you get out of like fix and control and you don't react to the upset. Instead, you respond by taking a pause, allowing it, because of course it's there. It's true. Upset is true human emotion, and you don't have to make it mean anything, and you don't have to go fix and control and solve things that are out of your control, that are just reality. And you can decide, we can help our teens decide where they're going to put their attentional focus and how they're going to show up, especially as a friend to themselves, a friend to others, and on social media. And as we're going back to school, let's get that figured out, okay? So I love helping teens stop self-judging. That is so important, okay? We all judge each other. We can't control what's going on in other people's minds. We can't change our weight or whatever to just try to please other people, okay? And think that they're not going to judge us. That's what we do as human beings. That's what our minds are going to do. We can recognize when we're self-judging and causing that self-harm, because that's the harm. That's the harm. And so I love helping teens to stop self-judging, and we can stop it now, okay? Have full self-acceptance, full body acceptance. Doesn't mean that you're accepting that you're at your current weight forever or that you're stuck. No, you accept that you want to make some changes and fully love and accept yourself now and stop self-judging. It's so powerful. And to have the self-confidence to achieve any health goal, and then also then to move forward with creating a big magic dream for the future. It's incredible. But this skill of learning to allow all of our human emotions is so powerful, and it's critical and imperative, and we're never going to get anywhere without this and showing up for ourselves and starting to recognize when these come up, okay? So this week is for all of us. Social media drama, friend drama, life drama, no matter what your age is, okay? And like I said, I'm giving you the permission, I'm coaching you so that you can give yourself permission to allow all your human feelings and emotions. And there's nothing going wrong whenever you feel this way. Recently, I've been feeling a feeling of disappointment, which my coach helped me through, and I had no idea I was feeling that. And and she goes, I think it's disappointment, and I think you have a lot of resistance to allowing the feeling of disappointment. And how can you just sit in it, not make it mean anything? And so I did, and not resist it, because resisting an emotion that's coming up in us, it really is energy depleting. And so I was getting really tired, and then I was trying to I didn't want to feel disappointed, because I thought that made it mean like I wasn't proud of all the work that I've done, or that it meant that things were off course, and I didn't really believe that. So I just decided that I was going to say to myself, I feel disappointed. I feel disappointment. And that's it. And I just sat in it, and I couldn't really describe it other than what came up for me is a really empty, hollowed out kind of gray feeling. And so now I'm like, oh, I like that. Disappointment is something that I've never really processed through, or thought that that may be what I felt along the way, when we're disappointed maybe in somebody else, we're disappointed in ourselves, we're disappointed in our kids, we're disappointed in our friends for blocking us on social media, whether it's just a mindless thing, an accident, who knows? Maybe they did it with intention, who knows? But disappointment is, a good example of how we can, that feeling and allowing it is a really great example for how you can process it by just saying, I feel disappointed. And then you don't have to do anything else other than create a pause and breathe into that feeling and get a little bit more descriptive, okay? So let's go with the week. Monday is Mood Ring Monday. So do you remember mood rings? Did you have any? I had several. I was really obsessed with rings, always bugging my mom to buy me cheap rings that turned my fingers green. And I was obsessed with checking in on my current mood and also my many mood rings to see if they were in sync. And mood rings are a perfect metaphor, I think, for how our culture externalizes our emotions. It's like our society to teach us to watch the changing color of a mood ring instead of giving us permission, teaching the skills to allow us to get internal, check in with ourselves throughout the day, and create emotional self-awareness. Okay? So what's your mood this Monday? So try on a metaphor Tuesday. As someone who's had to learn the skill of allowing my emotions and show up with daily intentional practice, this is a learned skill for all of us, okay? And I've been a pediatrician for 25 years, and I'm a mom of a 20, 17, and 14-year-old humans. But mostly from what I've learned through the amazingness of coaching teens. Oh, I love it. I know it is super tough for all of us to get descriptive when we're describing our emotions. So one tool I use when I coach teens, and I use too, and will be helpful to you, is to create a metaphor for the feelings and emotions, okay? So my son is singing. He got his baby teeth pulled today. He had laughing gas. I don't know what's going on up there. He doesn't know I'm doing a podcast. Hopefully he'll be quiet. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop this and restart. Okay, anyway, so what's a metaphor that works for you to describe how you're feeling? Calm, like you're swimming in a swimming pool in the evening. Sad, like a heavy weighted blanket is on you. Excited, like it's your birthday. I'm sure with school starting, maybe you're not excited. But I always was. So nerd alert, nerd alert. Okay, welcome all emotions Wednesday. So we're not taught the skills or given permission, like I said, to allow our human emotions. So we think there's something wrong. So we end up resisting, avoiding, or reacting when we perceive a negative emotion. And so we end up like depleting our emotion instead of letting it just, an emotion is just a vibration in our body. Okay? A feeling is a vibration in our body. So whether you allow it to just pass through you and you recognize it, and then we can be present in the moments of our lives. And it doesn't matter if you're resisting, reacting, avoiding your emotions, they're still there. Whether they're just right under the surface or they're buried deep, they're still there. So when you learn to allow and even welcome all of your human emotions, then you find a freedom. It's so freeing. It's awesome. Okay, that you never had. And you'll get freedom from buffering with food because it's like, it's okay. Like, I don't have to do that. All right. So ask yourself, what would it feel like if I welcomed all my human emotions? So cool. Don't ride the thought train on Thursday. Okay. Thoughts create our feelings, but that doesn't mean you have to do anything other than recognize the feelings and how emotions come up in your body. Okay. I don't want you to overthink your feelings, and also don't spend a lot of time chasing down the thought train of what's creating your feelings, okay? Just recognizing what's coming up in your body is super powerful, and starting to describe that as that vibration in your body, that's the feeling or emotion. Later, you're going to be able to create more thought awareness, but recognition of your feelings is really key at the beginning, and it's a powerful skill. How are you feeling Friday? When was the last time somebody asked you, how are you feeling? Did they truly listen and care about your answer? You can ask yourself that. You can check in with yourself. How am I feeling? How are you feeling? You can do third person. You can listen to yourself and you can care about your answer. Okay? So important. I care. That's a super cheesy line Luke Skywalker says in Star Wars. It's Mark Hamill's super cheesy delivery that gets me every time. It's a common movie quote. We speak in movie quotes at my house. It just comes out of us. Anyway, so ask yourself on this fine Friday, how are you feeling? And by the way, I do care. I care. Permission to feel Saturday. Do you get critical and judge yourself for feeling sad, anxious, tired, or disappointed? Recently, I've been feeling disappointed, like I said, and I was resisting it, okay? And it was taking all my energy stores. So I created that space, took some breaths, decided to say to myself, I feel disappointed. And I left it at that. It felt empty, gray, and hollow to me. I just accepted. I felt the human emotion of disappointment. There was nothing going wrong, and I didn't make it mean anything else. So ask yourself, how can I give myself permission to feel all of my emotions and not judge myself for having a human emotion? Sunday mindfulness. I coach teens to recognize what they cause and they control and what they don't, which is mainly deciding how they want to show up and where they put their attentional focus, and that all feelings are part of the human journey and there's nothing going wrong, which I've said a million times when we perceive a negative emotion. What would it feel like to respond to your emotions instead of reacting, avoiding, or resisting? What mindfulness practices help you calm your mind so you can respond instead of reacting, avoiding, or resisting? Awesome. That's the wrap up for this week. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. All right. So next week we're going to do goal setting, and I'm going to talk about your weight set point because there's so many myths that need to be debunked on TikTok on that. You're not stuck where you are, okay? And your body can reach its natural, healthy weight set point, okay? Just don't put it on a timeline. Don't focus on the weight. Just be consistent with small changes. It can be really simple. It can be fun, okay? I promise. All right, you guys. See you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to the IME Community Podcast, where self-love is your superpower. The content of this podcast represents the opinions of Dr. Carla Lester and is not intended as, and shall not be understood as, a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The opinions shared reflect the host and guest and do not represent an organization or medical group. Always seek the advice of your physician or therapist if you have concerns about your health. And please, like and subscribe to the IME Community Podcast. Share IME with your friends and go to imecommunity.com to join the member community. Don't forget to follow IME on social.